She pushes us to get more out of us. She expects more out of us than we expect of ourselves.
He was also like a father to me because he taught me more than just music theory and just the music education that I need to be in band.
I mean, she teaches me more than just what you would think that any regular teacher would teach you. She teaches you about this real life thing, which is something that I've really craved since I've gotten into school, is just to be able to have a teacher that would connect with me, not only just so that I would learn some material that I might never use again, but will teach me about real life, how to deal with real issues, and how to address real issues.
Not only are they like extremely passionate about what they do, they always try to involve students in a way, and they make the class so interesting no matter what it is. Like, it could be something that someone thinks is boring, but the way how they,
incorporate it.
How they incorporate us and how they just explain it makes it better. And they also really, really care about their students.
Make me become a better student and a better man in life. Like, the way they teach me is more than an education.
I always thought English was like super duper hard, and it was like one of my hated subjects. But I don't know what it is. She just made me like it.
Like, not only does she incorporate education, but she incorporate life stuff as well. Like, so you won't just be alone in the world. Most teachers only focus on just education by itself.
Kind of pushed me to just do things that I've never done before, because I've always been shy. I've never been the type to try out for anything. And I used to be quick about giving up about something, but he's always pushed me and gave me speeches and told me that I can do anything if I set my mind to it.
One, because they challenge me, and two, because like I feel like they really, really are interested in me as a student.
I have always struggled in science, and no teacher has ever like really helped me get to where I am, and he makes class more entertaining and stuff, and he helps me focus more on the things that I need to know, and the labs and stuff that he have helped me to remember those things.
She likes to see us do hard work. She want to see us succeed in life.
Person's ability to like not get on the student's level, but able to connect with them in order for them to like understand the lesson, so like relate it to the student.
It basically made me a better person and made me more confident in my abilities and things that make me special.
I was kind of a child in 9th grade when she taught me, and she taught me how to be, I guess, a better person.
They got me into grades.
The people who actually go into the students' lives and make sure they get all the material and the student is comfortable in their classroom overall.
Currently students are having a lot of hard times, just like not currently in school, so like for you to like be there and still like be there for them, it's like kind of a big deal.
I actually have two favorite teachers.
I would ask them to reevaluate the reasons why they came to Murrah in the first place, why they decided to be an educator, and see if actually being at Murrah would provide the greatest benefit to the greatest amount of students.
Because a student really needs a good teacher in order to progress in their education career, and if you just leave, that's not helping them in any way.
And their futures may not be as bright because you're leaving.
You can make an impact on people's lives because, you never know what that person might end up being.
Know that, you're changing our lives, everything you do is important. And that sounds like a lot of pressure, but also, just that we look up to you guys no matter what kind of mistakes you may make, or, if you say something wrong in class, it's fine. Everyone loves you guys.
Students just need to cut the crap and stop being so immature, and just they need to learn that sometimes personal differences aren't things that should decide whether a teacher leaves or doesn't leave, and they should put their personal opinions aside and just come to learn.
Yeah, at least wish them happy birthday.
Well, I'm a nerd, like a true nerd.
I came to Murrah because I wanted to be around people who look like me.
And I started off as a substitute teacher at Oak Forest Elementary, and the principal there, he was like, oh, you're so great at this, you know, and with the connection with the kids, and I think you'll be great, you know, doing this as a career. Why don't you go ahead and take the teacher test? And that time it was called the CME, the CMEE. Y'all don't know about that. But anyway, so I went ahead and I took the teacher test, and here I am.
I kind of knew I wanted to be a teacher when I was a little kid. I would, you know, line all my stuffed animals up and teach them because I was an only child for a long time. And, you know, as I got into high school, I realized I really loved literature and loved all the connections between literature and history and learning about different cultures. So, you know, I just kind of always knew from the time I can remember that that's what I wanted to do.
My purpose as a teacher is to help the youth of today understand that we have to build upon everything that people before us did.
When I started teaching, I didn't think that I was going to do it more than a couple of years, 2 or 3 or 4 years. I didn't think that I'd make a profession out of it, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed writing and creating the materials my students use. I enjoy interacting with the students. Enjoy figuring out ways where it makes it a wide variety of different students, makes it where they all have something where they can learn.
I can be a little bit quirky, and my students can be a little bit quirky, isn't a lot quirky.
Each one of my students is different from the next one, and I love the fact that I learn something new from each of them every day.
We're preparing them for becoming future lawyers, future doctors, future nurses, and future business owners. Then they will understand it better.
The kids are just so gifted and entertaining.
A lot of them look at me as more than a teacher. Some of them even call me mom sometimes and things like that. So I think just having that good connection like that to where they feel comfortable, you know, seeing me as more than a teacher.
Also, I have really high standards, so I think to me that's important. I don't think students always agree, but I think in the long run that makes me a good teacher.
I look at every student like, y'all are my future.
Every time I feel like, you know, something's dragging me down or I'm not doing the best job, there always seems to be that 1 or 2 students that come in and just say the right thing or do the right thing, and they kind of boost me back up and get me back motivated and ready to go.
They all have their own distinct personalities, and they're unique to me. That's what's the thing that I find most interesting about my kids.
I think this is a good place to be to teach. We have other issues and things that we deal with in education as a whole. That's not going to change because you change schools. It's not going to change because you change districts. So I think that if this is a place that you can find, you know, a good working environment, that's definitely great students and great teachers here to thrive and to grow with and to grow from. So I think it's a good place to be.
My motivation is the children, of course. And I love not only teaching like academically, but I like to see when kids grow, you know, like I said, not just academically, but also, you know, spiritually, emotionally, all those things. And I love to see that. That keeps me motivated.
Just, you know, students are here every day, so I want to be here every day. But probably the biggest thing, to be honest, is students coming back after they're in college or after they've graduated from college and saying, you know, I didn't really understand it in high school, but in the long run, I'm really glad you made me do this, or I'm really glad you made me read that book. You know, that sort of long view helps a lot.
To set the goal of seeing the mission through. We all have a mission and a vision that we adhere to on a daily basis, and you have to, in my estimation of education, you must want to be the person that sees the whole thing to the very end. Don't stop in the middle, because sometimes you're not only failing the children and you're not failing the people that you taught. In a sense, that can be seen as your own failure.
This job is in no way the easiest job in the world. There are so many complex things that play into what we do every day, but our work is worthwhile. Our children deserve high quality teachers and teaching, and so leaving them behind is not the answer.